Morning, traders. Hope you guys are all having a great morning. Today we're going to be going over the foreign markets, going over SPY and the big holders. And like always, if you guys appreciate this content, please like, subscribe, comment. It's greatly appreciated. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, Hang Seng Index. The big level that I was watching on the Hang Seng was going to be the 17.5 level, which is right about here. We end up showing that there was a support level, so I would watch for a bullish push upwards on the Hang Seng Index, the German DAX. So far today we are on. It looks like that we're going to close above the 15.2. It looks like that we're going to hold it. Now we're coming into the 200 EMA, so that's going to be a point of resistance on the DAX. Then we got the FTSE 100, which is Britain's economy. So the big thing to watch on there was going to be see the bounce at 7,300. We seem to be getting support right at the 73.80 level. So that's always a good sign. So considering that Asia was slightly mixed, Britain and Germany are more on the bullish side. So I would really look for a push upwards with a little bit of bearish price action mixed in terms of SPY and the overall Dow as well. So that's what I'm going to be looking at for today. So in terms of SPY holders, let's see what we're doing pre-market. So the pre-market levels I'm watching on Tesla is going to be this range between 217 and 226. If we can get a push upwards, I would look for 226 as a resistance point, look for 217 as support. If we end up breaking down 226, look for 235. If we break down 217, look for 205. It's really hard to tell. I would just watch this range for now and then trade the breakout on Tesla. Next is going to be Apple. So Apple is showing support at 181.55 in the pre-market. It looks like it's forming a base for a push up. On the daily, we end up closing at 182.89, so not a bad close. So I'll just look for maybe an inside candle possibly. Now, what would be really nice to see is we retest 181.55 and get a push up higher. That's also a possibility, but I would watch 181.55 and I would look to see if we can get a push upwards to 186 today. So that's what I'm going to be watching on Apple. Microsoft, let's see what we're getting for Microsoft today. So Microsoft, it looks like that it's starting to push upwards once again. So I'd watch for a push from the 360 level. As you can see, we treated it as a support level yesterday in the pre-market. So today, what I would really like to see is if we can get a push up to 366. I don't expect that we're going to break 366.78 down, but if we can, that would be a huge level. If we hold down the daily, then you would get rapid upside on Microsoft. Now I'd watch 360 to 366 range. I would expect some consolidation possibly on Microsoft. That's what I'm looking at for Microsoft for today. NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is doing so. As I mentioned in yesterday's aftermarket video, 468 rejected. In terms of pre-market, 468 is still a iffy zone, so it could be setting up for a push higher. It looks like that it's showing support on the 15-minute in the pre-market. So I'd watch for 468 to be a major pivot point today. If we can close above 468 and treat it as a support level, look for a push in the next coming days to 500. If we end up rejecting 468 and we close below it on the daily, then I would expect more downside to probably 437 would be what I'm watching on that. And then on SPY, let's see how we're doing. I know I looked at it pre-market and it said that I was going to 438. Yeah, so we're above 438. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like it possibly could be flagging, but it's hard to tell. I would really watch to see how this candle right here closes. But it looks like that it's going to push up, maybe retest 438 and push up to 440. So that's going to be what I'm going to be watching on SPY. I'm also going to be watching this 437 level. If we break 440, then you can get a push up higher. I would expect at that point you probably would get a push to 442. So I'd watch 438, 440, and 442 on SPY. And then McDonald's is going to be the holdings that I have. So the big thing on McDonald's is going to be to see if we can end up holding up that 262 support. I know pre-market, I believe it was at 268. Let me just double check. on StockTwits. Yeah, so we're at 267.81. So that's going to put us roughly about, we'll say right here. So the big level to watch is going to be this 200 EMA. If we can hold this 200 EMA on the 4 hour, we can definitely get a push upwards to 271.30. So that's what I'm going to be watching for McDonald's. But without further ado, traders, good luck today and have a great